Since time immemorial, the A725 has marked the border between Bells Hill and Viewpark. The huge roundabout on top of it is what I'm crossing at the moment, and truly is a momentous occasion. Viewpark, our latest forgotten town.
Viewpark, Lanarkshire, population 15,770, rank number 648.
Viewpark is a victory for functionality, I would suggest. The first thing you notice from the east is a giant Premier Inn, a giant Esso petrol station, a Londis mini-mart, a drive-through McDonald's. And I think down there, the Bowsy Hill Farm public house, the fakest looking pseudo 1930s roadhouse built in the 21st century that I've ever seen. And I have actually seen quite a lot of them because I've got a car and I quite like pubs. The necropolis is here by the road, and pretty much the first establishments of any antiquity we find here. Viewpark, I think it's fair to say, is a modern construct, a dragging together of a few ancient settlements that have mostly been filled in by modern housing. And Bothwell Park Cemetery, maintained by North Lanarkshire Council, a robust gatehouse that is undoubtedly no longer occupied by somebody who actually maintains the place, but it is reasonably well maintained, irrespective of whether the maintainer is resident on site or shipped in some kind of van on an occasional basis. Bungalows are the order of the day, but this is not Luchin's New Delhi, nor is it Erinsborough. It's Viewpark, and they stretch down the main drag as far as the eye can see. There's a very large gym complex here. This may lend the lie to anyone who thinks that Scots are less concerned about the corporeal health than others, but it is billed as Uddingston Physiotherapy, which is a bit of a misnomer, because it's not in Uddingston, it's clearly a gym. If you were looking for a nuclear centre of Viewpark, you'd probably end up around here, where there is a Chinese takeaway, an Indian takeaway, the Laughing Buddha bar and restaurant, the Rolling Barrel bar and diner, another petrol station, another Londis, and a very big roundabout. But even though it's up to 7 on a Saturday evening, none of them look particularly busy, and none of the bar aspects really suggest that a casual drinker is going to be particularly welcomed. I'm going to push on. Further down the Old Edinburgh Road, in the traditional mould of eastern Glaswegian suburbs, we find a Catholic church of 20th century design and a very large priest's house. Opposite, a well-stocked bottle shop. And this is where the story ends. The Funky Monkey. Old Edinburgh Road. Opposite the so-called Jazz Cafe. Both resolutely shut. Viewpark, you've let me down. It's time to call an Uber. But whilst we wait for our driver, there is time to tackle the one outstanding question of interest, which concerns the origin of the name. And this, it seems, comes from the early 19th century Viewpark House, the estate of which survives as a park and allotments, even if the mansion itself has been long since demolished.
You local?
Well, I used to stay in Glasgow once upon a time.
How did you manage to get to Viewpark?
Well, I got a long list of places. I've never been to them, and I've got to go and tick them off.
You've got that team ticked off now?
Well, I have. Did you stay in Viewpark yourself then?
Aye.
There's much going on there.
No. It's just a big housing scheme, you know. There's nothing in it apart from... There's a bowling club. You wouldn't go to England to go to Viewpark.
No, not unless you're me.
Aye.
Viewpark.